Hey guys, this is Sabrina Dillon, and I wanted to make a video since I don't get to introduce myself to you guys face to face. Just wanted to take the opportunity to tell you a little bit about me. I've been with the company for a year now, and that's quack quack. Hey, quack quack. So I decided to do my presentation on Sabrina's team management lead flow. I'll do a little PowerPoint for you guys that I made on a farm, Sabrina's farm. I'll show you the module, but just wanted to give you the opportunity to see why I decided to go with this theme. I live in Fort Lupton, and out in Fort Lupton we have quack quack, our goose. We have our ducks, and then we have all of our chickens. Hi, quack quack, quack quack. But yeah, so this is my little farm here, and that's why I decided to go with the theme, because it relates to me, and I bring eggs into work and I sell them to people. So hopefully you guys enjoy my presentation. Thank you. Sabrina's approach on team management. All right, guys, so this is Sabrina's farm here. The farmer is basically going to play the role as the manager. Sabrina's role in team success, first and foremost, is going to be time management. It's going to be really important that any tasks that we have, jobs that we need to get done, things we need to take care of for the associates, maybe even personal things going on in your life, that you're creating a checklist, and that you're figuring out a way to schedule it into your calendar and allotting times towards different things. When you have your responsibilities and your tasks broken down into a scheduled way, it's a huge sense of relief to know that you don't have all these things that need to get done that are just kind of floating around in your head, and that you're actually able to see it broken down into a calendar, and that, time has been allotted to everything, and that that these things are going to get done, and that you don't have to worry about them, and you don't have to worry about missing a deadline, or forgetting about an associate, whatever the case may be. This is going to be really important to keep the flow of the farm going. My other big one for a farmer manager role is the effective communication. So one of the things that we studied in the class was 16 personalities, and I think that this directly correlates back to the effective communication. I think it's really important to know how other people respond to situations, or how they might see something, or how they might approach it or take care of it. The way they feel about it, the way that they judge this situation. I believe that the 16 personalities really help to see that in a different perspective, especially throughout the LDP course, bouncing, ideas off of some of the other individuals who had opposite personality traits. I definitely took a lot from that. That was very, very beneficial to me. And I'm super thankful that we went through that as a module course. My personality is ENTJ. So, mine, I'm more based on people and things, possibilities and potential, logic and truth, a lifestyle that is well structured. So that's me, and sometimes there's people who aren't well structured and that just go with the flow. And so, learning how to communicate with that type of situation is going to make you more of an effective leader. I'm a less emotional person than other people as well. And I think that, That's something that's really important, because then, we have to learn to be very emotionally intelligent and how to interact with some of the other people. So, yeah, personality traits is definitely a big one for a leadership role, in my opinion, and one of the big things I took away from LDP. So we have the first level, we call them novice. They're like the noobs, cats and dogs. So, they're the bottom tier of the farm, okay? Just like they're the bottom tier of a team. And although they might be the bottom tier, they're still very, very important. They play a super important role. The cats and dogs keep the farm together. They keep the animals from running around. They'll get them collected up and get them into the pen. So herd them up. In this area on the team, there's going to be a lot of coachings that are going to be happening. They're just getting out of training. They're hardly self-efficient. A lot of tools need to be fed into them, which is where accountability is going to play in, because we want to make sure that they're taking these tools and they're actually utilizing them. Because if they're not, chances are they probably really don't actually care about their job. So we need to be evaluating on whether they're going to make it to the next level in the team, or whether there's somebody who could potentially be going out the door and we're having to replace them. And so when I say potential next level, we'll bring that to the beginner stages of the team. As far as the farm goes, that's the horses. They bring money in. They're a pretty steady source. They require some maintenance, because their money source is racing. But they don't need quite as much attention as the noob level. So here we're going to have a lot of huddles. We want to make sure that we're keeping everybody on the same page, that they're, we're constantly feeding development into them. We're having discussions within the team, figuring out a way to lift each other up, make each other, better. So communication consistency is going to be very big and key to this area, as well as contests. We want to get them inspired. We want to get them engaged, a little friendly competition, push them a little harder. So those are, huddles and contests are the two things I'm going to feed into the beginner level, the next level of the team. From there, we have the essential livestock. This is the next level of the team, the intermediate, okay? So these are the guys who have been around for a while, are bringing quite a bit of money into the team. They're pretty high performers. Probably don't really care too much about the huddles, probably don't care too much about the contests, because they're self-motivated. They have personal factors that are driving them. And so, that's going to be really important for the manager when it gets to this level, is that, these are the people that you're not going to be having quite as many one-on-ones as the novice, the newbies, the cats and dogs. But you are going to be having, quite a bit of one-on-one time with these people, because you want to be actively engaged with them and what they really have going on. Active listening. What's driving them? What's going to keep them, smashing the ball out of the park, and, really providing for the team and taking you guys to the next level, so kind of being there as a support factor for them is going to be really important in this level here. And then the fourth level that I put into place is the expert level. I called them my unicorns. If I could have found chickens, then this would have been the chickens. But unfortunately, I could not find any chickens. So but unicorn is very fitting for this, because these are the people that are not only high performers, okay, but they bring something special to the table. Whatever that may be, they bring something special to the table. They could be like, we'll say a Brian, you know, maybe this person's been prospecting for a long time, and, you know, has special abilities, crawlers and stuff. Or maybe you have, you know, a Sabrina who is able to, you know, prospect at a very fast rate, putting her competitive to some of the other people, you know, so it brings your team to a new level. You know, then, you know, it puts you in a position to be able to compete with some of those, you know, higher level teams. You know, and these are the people that you're feeding a lot of motivation into, because they have to be motivated. They have to want to bring this special thing to the table. You know, they have to want to do this for you, and not only for you, but for the team. All right. These are also the people that you see as potential candidates of building up underneath you as a manager. So you're working on professionalism. You want to make sure that they're going to represent you and the team well, as well as themselves, you know. So those are the 4 different levels of my farm here. And that is my farm. I hope you guys enjoy it. And, you know, I'll be hitting on a couple of these questions as I show you just a real quick live version of my project here. Alright guys, here it is. It's Sabrina's farm. Hopefully you guys understand the concept of this. You know, if I had a team, I would break it up into 4 manageable ways. Okay? You know, I break it up into different groups of levels, and within those levels, I would feed them, you know, the different things that they need to be able to bring them to the next levels. So, you know, what it means to be a leader is really to care about all the different people that fall within these groups. You know, and what inspires them, what triggers them, what motivates them, what keeps them going. You know, I used to always say, you know, I don't work for bosses, I work for leaders. And the reason why I would say that is because for me, as a leader, it's so important to show, you know, that I care about my people, you know, and let them know that they are really important, and that, you know, I'm there for them to support them, you know, and learning different ways to work with them and to be of service to them, because, I mean, you know, they're the people that are keeping it flowing. So, you know, that's what it means to me. It's just that people aspect. You know, accountability here. You know, as long as I always continue to grow as a leader, and feed my team positive things, you know, I think accountability is just really super simple here. It all comes down to time management, you know, and having a plan, making a checklist, you know, setting appointments for yourself, making a commitment. So, you know, that aspect there is super simple. But otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed Sabrina's farm flow, my team, and how I would section it up and, you know, feed it different things at different times just to kind of keep it flowing through. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching.